up, everybody? I'm Jordan Robinson. Welcome to another women's basketball stream. We are live. We are switching up our days. You typically see my face on a Thursday, but we're here on a Tuesday. I just couldn't wait to see you guys. We have so much to dive into today because we're talking Unrivaled, and I am giving my bold predictions. I always have predictions and they're always bold and they're always off the cuff. So I'm going to give you my predictions and how we kind of came to this stream title is because of the incredibly bold and amazing weekend that Unrivaled had. Let's just recap Philly real quick because what a scene. 21,490 people were watching Unrivaled 3-on-3 basketball. So I posted about this, but I do not want to hear anyone say that the audience is down or nobody wants to watch Unrivaled in season 2. That is not true. That is not true because look at this number. The people wanted to see. There were celebrities, there were NBA players, there were a ton of people who wanted to embrace Unrivaled in the city of Philadelphia. It was one night only, it was sold out. This broke the record for the most watched regular season women's pro basketball game ever. 21,000 people. And my favorite part is that, anytime women's sports or women's basketball, it's so many eyes on one moment. You kind of get nervous as a lifer. You get nervous a little bit because you're like, okay, I really need them to perform. I really want them to show why this is so good. And the rival players were like, yeah, we did that. No need to stress. The games were good. The basketball was amazing. And let's just talk about real quick Marina Mabrey, because this goes right into my first bold prediction. Marina Mabrey could win the MVP award. Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying it. What she did in Philadelphia, this is going to be talked about for years. Like, where were you when Marina Mabrey scored 47 points? She was on a heater like I have never seen before. What was it? 27 in the first quarter? Not the clips of her fighting. She's known as the crash out queen, but this weekend she was the cash out queen. She was lighting it up. And I think it was such a confidence boost for her. She said that this was the most fun that she has had playing basketball in so long. She had the game-winning shot, 10 for 15 from three. She set a record with made three-pointers in Unrivaled basketball. She set the scoring record with 47 points. I wanted her to get 50 so bad, you guys. I just wanted a 50-piece chicken nugget for her to be able to say that. But 47 is still great. The previous record was 40. Dearica Hamby said it just a few weeks ago. So I think somebody is going to score more than 50. We're just going to keep breaking records throughout this season. But Marina Mabrey, even though she is on the losing team, I think that's where the argument is maybe against her for winning MVP. But you can't ignore the type of scoring that she is doing this season. And this wasn't against the second lowest team. This was against Rose. This was against the defending champions. The Lunar Owls are, yes, they're in last place, but people were talking about them that they shouldn't even be involved in the Philly weekend because of their record. Marina Mabrey said, not on my watch. She showed out, and that's why I think she could be MVP. Let's go to the chat real quick. Fourth man, this is Marina's league now. Yeah. She said, I'm the captain now. All you guys will be praising me for winning the MVP award this season because I just dropped 47 on your head. That's what she can do. And yeah, I don't know, guys. It's giving MVP. I mean, for sure, the MVP of socials with the crash out jar, with her brother on TikTok saying he's the best Mabry sibling in basketball, and then her going out and dropping this. Then he posted again on TikTok, doubled down, and said he taught her everything she knew. Come on. I love it. I love it. Um, Green from YouTube, just watching on TV. It was so electric. I couldn't even be mad at Marina beating my roses. I'm with you. You could feel that electricity through the TV screen. I had friends who were there in Philly, said they thought the roof was about to explode after she kept hitting three after three after three. And you know, when someone's just on a heater like that, you're like, no way. No, not that one. No, not that one. Then she was going behind the back, finishing at the rim. Oh, it was great stuff. It was really great stuff. Okay, Captain Phillips reference. Yeah, you know me. I stay with it. I stay with it. All right. Let's move on to the next bold prediction that I have. We're off to a really great start. That just got me hyped all over again. I think I need to go rewatch that Marina Mabry game. But Dom Malonga will get Depoy. That's my bold prediction. Bold prediction. The youngest player in Unrivaled, will get the Defensive Player of the Year award. What Dom has been able to do on the offensive end has also been electric. We know that she can dunk the ball. We know that I mean, my phone was on fire when she dunked that ball. Everyone was just responding so quickly. On the offensive end, 16 and a half points, we know it. And what she has been able to do paired with Paige, chef's kiss. But on the defensive end, those 11 rebounds a game are super key. Angel Reese won Depoy last season, and it wasn't because of block shots. It wasn't because of steals. It was because of rebounds. And I think Dom is going to, as the season progresses, she's going to have those numbers keep climbing and be the all-time rebounder of this season. I also feel like Depoy, and me and my husband go back and forth about this all the time, especially on the NBA side. The Defensive Player of the Year, you have to fear them. You have to pause when you are attacking them. I'm sorry, Rudy Gobert, you're just about to catch a stray. But players are not scared of Rudy Gobert. How does he have so many depoys? When you think of someone like Asia Wilson, you're like, yeah, I'm not going to go in there because I fear that my shot will be in the 10th row. Dom Malonga has that energy about her. Teams are like, okay, we know how tall she is. We know how long her length is, her arms are. I'm going to think twice before driving into the paint or shooting this jumper over a very, very tall defender who gives maximum effort and has outstretched arms every single time. So that goes into my reasoning of why I think Dom could be Depoy. But there's some other really great players that could be up for this. Aaliyah Boston, I see you. You are leading in blocks right now. Is also a really, really solid option. I love it. Okay. Wild Butterfly says Marina winning MVP is not going to happen. She's on the worst team. I gave that as an asterisk. I said that is what you can say to be against it. But come on. She's leading all scorers. That has to count for something. Give her something for this losing season, please. Sports Watcher says Rudy catching strays. I can't even apologize for that. I'm sorry. We talk about Depoy. We're going to talk about Rudy Gobert and how he shouldn't have as many Depoys as he has. Okay? We're just going to say that. Moving on to my third bold prediction. Okay. I think that Alicia Gray could win the second free throw challenge. That is my bold prediction. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the free throw challenge, there's some extra money on the line. There's an extra $1,000 on the line for players with the best free throw percentage through a certain section of the season. Now, Paige Beckers won it the first time, and I actually typed out that Paige goes back to back. She did miss one free throw, so she's not sitting at 100% right now. But this goes all the way through the end of February. And Alicia Gray, if her history says anything, that if there's extra money on the line, she's going to give it 1,000%. I also feel like Gray has been scoring at such a higher clip, attacking the basket at a higher clip, and that is what is going to lead you to the free throw line for more opportunities to cash in. If you don't remember, a couple years ago at WNBA All-Star, there was some extra money on the line because of Aflac. Alicia Gray won both checks. She cashed both of them. That was for the three-point competition and the skills competition. She's like, oh, you want to put extra money in my bank account? Yes, please. I will take that, and I will do everything I can to get it. So I think that she gets this second round of free throws. I think it's so cool that there's games within the game for Unrivaled. They do a really good job at extra incentives with the free throw challenge, with the championship team winning more money, with the one-on-one competition, which is what we're going to talk about next. There's so many games within the games, and this free throw challenge is so fun. We saw that Paige Beckers, she donated her portion of the $50,000 to Minnesota and the efforts there. So I just love that there's an opportunity for more money for these women's basketball players. Now, the next one, I hinted at it. We're talking about the one-on-one tournament, and I predict that we are going to get a rematch between Breanna Stewart and Aaliyah Edwards in this year's one-on-one competition. If you don't remember, last year, it was the first round matchup between Aaliyah Edwards. She's coming off of her rookie year. Stewie, co-founder of the league. Everybody had Stewie winning by 1,000,000 points. And Aaliyah Edwards beat her. I believe it was 12-1, 12-0, something crazy. Stewie wasn't 100% healthy. And so I think coming back, we would want to see it again. We want to see Stewie has been playing super well this season. So has Aaliyah Edwards. She sat out last game in Philly. I don't know why, if she's injured or what, but I know that she's going to come back for this one-on-one tournament because she did so well last year. She went all the way to the final. She ended up losing to Nafisa Collier, but I think everybody was able to see on the brightest stage that her skill set is perfect for one-on-one. 21 points a game. Her and Marina Mabry have been a 1-2 punch for the Lunar Owls. 13 rebounds a game. It has been so great to be able to see her just develop right in front of our eyes. But on the other hand, Breanna Stewart is one of the best players to ever play women's basketball. And I think she's a little upset about last year. Getting bounced in the first round was not on anybody's bingo card, especially hers. She has a different, renewed energy this season. You can tell she's just happy that they're winning games. The Mist did not do hot last year, but bringing back her and Alicia Gray, adding Arike, I just think that she has a much better team this year. But scoring-wise, Stewie is a cheat code. How do you guard her? She can post you up. She can shoot over you. She has a pull-up game. She has a crossover, turnaround. Stewie's bag is unlimited. And I think that she wants to show that in a one-on-one tournament. I also have this theory that Nafisa Collier won it the first year, so Stewie got to win it the second year. It just feels right, for the co-founders. But head-to-head, they are both UConn products. They both play the same position. They both guard each other. It is nearly neck and neck for what they can do. So that's why it was so exciting for their matchup last year. But I think you add this and you look at the stats, and then you add just on top of it that there is in the back of your mind, a little bit of redemption from last season. Just to quickly overview the one-on-one tournament, I love this. I had so much fun watching this last year. But just so you guys are aware, voting started today for the one-on-one tournament. And how it works is there's four different pods of players, and you get to vote for the rankings within those pods. So they're going to rank them 1 through 8, and the player with the most votes gets the first ranking. The player with the least votes gets the eighth ranking. And it is a bracket style until somebody comes out of that pod. And then you move on and you play the winners of the other pods until there is a final and one winner. Each game is to 11. You check it up. You got to clear it on the 3-point line. Fouls are being called, but you get penalized. So you don't want to keep fouling. It was fun. It was a blast to be able to see the best players in the WNBA play one-on-one against each other. I will say that it looked very tiring. Players got very exhausted. Playing one-on-one is a workout. If you know, you know. And so I'm curious how they're going to, I don't know, what the strategies are going to be to try to do games quicker. What I think is the biggest thing about this year is it's by position. So last year it was kind of all jumbled together in the pods, and you didn't know who was going to go up against who, and it was guards against posts, and sometimes it just didn't seem fair. So now these pods are position based. You have all the shorter point guards in one pod. You have the mid-sized shooting guards in one. And then you have the borderline threes, 2 3s in one. Then you have all the post players or bigs in another pod. So I think that's going to just create more evenly matchups. And I don't think you get more even than Stewie and Aaliyah Edwards. So I hope that that is another matchup that we get to see. Either way, the one-on-ones are going to be incredible. All right. Okay. Let's see what we got from the chat. Grape Green on YouTube says, great prediction. Alicia was my first choice. We're right here. We're right here. Alicia Gray can't do no wrong in my mind. She is absolutely adorable. And I want her to win the money just so she can do the interview after she wins it and just say how she's going to spend it or invest it. Whatever she's going to say, it's going to be a soundbite because of her accent, and she's so adorable. What? No AB? They have been praising her defense the entire season. I think this is to the Defensive Player of the Year award. And I'm with you. Aaliyah Boston is leading in block shots right now. But I think Aaliyah Boston is going to like more what I'm going to say next. So maybe I don't have her as the Defensive Player of the Year award, but I have Phantom winning the championship. Bold prediction. We're talking bold here, people. We're going bold. Phantom is going to win the championship. And here's my thought behind this. One is because of Aaliyah Boston. I have been so impressed with Aaliyah Boston this year. She was playing in a backup role last season, but I think just her coming from the W, what she has been able to do on the offensive end, like you said, on the defensive end, she has been electric. And it's been so fun to see her with such speedy guards, a Natasha Cloud feeding her, a Kelsey Plum being able to just throw it inside the post and feed it inside has been a delight to see how they've been working together. Phantom is sitting in second place right now. They're 6-3. They were in, I think, last place. They might have been finished in last place last year. So I love the story arc of worst to first. We also got that in the WNBA. The 2003 champions, Detroit Shock, went worst to first. Great storyline. That is so fun to cheer for. I know some of you might be thinking, well, the Laces are sitting comfortably and cozy in first place, but the playoffs, as we saw last year, can really turn things around. Lunar Owls, you thought they had a clear path to the championship, and they did not. Rose peaked at the right time, and they were able to win the title. I think Phantom could be one of those teams and win it all because of the pieces that they have and because of the storyline, the grit. Kelsey Plum is made for 3-on-3. She's a gold medalist. Um, so they just got to keep this. It's not even that I want them to peak right now and get into first and beat Laces. I want them to just stay at the top and right towards the finals, right in the playoffs, that they play their best basketball. And I think that is a possibility. So that's my list. I got Phantom winning the championship, but just to recap, in case you came in a little late, Marina Mabrey I think, should be named the MVP after that 47-point explosion in Philadelphia. She was already scoring at a very high clip before that, but getting the record for made threes. MVPs are bucket getters, especially in a shorter court, shorter game, shorter time. She's still able to put up crazy numbers. So I think she can win MVP, even though some people might think because she's in the last place team that doesn't deserve it. She's playing the best basketball right now and averaging the most points. I think she should be in conversation for MVP. Dom Malonga could win the Defensive Player of the Year award. She is a rebounding machine. She gives players pause before they drive on her or shoot over her. Her length, her size, her youth, everything is working in her favor. Breeze has been doing such an amazing job of getting her open on the offensive end, but I think defensively, she can do some. I just love her on the defensive side. I think she could be a depoy candidate. Alicia Gray, my bold prediction is that she wins the second free throw challenge because she is not shy about wanting to get some extra change in her pocket. And $50,000, I would be practicing my free throws all day, all night to make sure that I stay 100%. She's sitting at 100% right now. The challenge goes until the end of February. And I think she's got it. I know that she had an injury or she fell really, really hard in the games on Monday. Unrivaled admin said, they released a statement that she's doing well and she's okay. So I hope that she can continue to play and continue to compete for this prize. Because if she can, I think she's got it. I think she's got it in the bag. Then I predict that Stewie and Aaliyah Edwards will meet again in the one-on-one competition. Voting is starting today for the seedings. Stewie and Aaliyah are in the same pods because it's by position. I want that matchup again. Aaliyah Edwards shocked everybody, put everyone on notice for her one-on-one skill set, going all the way to the finals and beating Stewie in the first round and going all the way to the finals. So Stewie is healthy. She's playing better. I would love to see this in a round two. UConn alums going at it would be so fun. And finally, I have Phantom winning the championship. I think Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Plum, Natasha Cloud, they have just been doing such a great job with on the offensive end, on the defensive end, being super steady. That game this past weekend in Philly against the Breeze went down to the wire. I think they've also just been really entertaining too. It's been fun to watch them. They're sitting in second place right now at 6-3, I believe. They're in striking distance. Laces, they have been the number one team. They're looking pretty untouchable, but that's what we thought about the Lunar Owls last season. So I can predict that Phantom will come in and snatch that trophy away from the Laces if you're already giving it to them. Well, that's what I got for you guys. Bold predictions. That's what I do. I am not a psychic. Who knows if any of them are going to come true, but it's really fun to predict. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.